The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown.
End zone, Jake Ferguson. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a Talkin Tuesday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, and the SWBC studios. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. We got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Glad you're with us. We will take some calls today, but since it's a short week, we got a special surprise for all you guys out there, guys and girls and everybody that's watching.
Come on with it.
We've got QB Vision today.
Yeah.
So we're going to do QB Vision. We're going to take some phone calls. We're going to give our news and notes like we normally do at the top of the show. And then tomorrow,
Mañana.
packed, a jam-packed, just
Pack it in there,
mortgage
Kyle.
board of Talkin Cowboys greatness, because tomorrow we'll have news and notes. Then we'll have some lab coat. Then we're going to have some get your popcorn ready.
You put that lab coat in there, on there, and you freaking get in there, buddy.
And then we're going to
But
get
there's more.
pick'ems at the end.
Yeah.
So that's what's the short week plan for Talkin Cowboys.
Chocked full, you might say.
Absolutely.
Fun fact for you.
What's that?
Last night,
Really up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I was tired.
You were tired?
Just tired.
Is that the fun
We
fact?
had a long
That's
day
not
on
fun,
Sunday. So tired, passed out when I got home, woke up, did a couple chores. And next thing you know, my wife is calling me into the office. She's laughing. She's like, you gotta come. She's like,
Step
come
into my
here.
office?
Exactly, principal's office, bro. So I go in there, I'm half
I don't know if we need
right?
to hear the rest of this story.
No.
Actually, we
I'm half
need to
asleep,
hear
buddy.
the rest of
So I walk over there and I'm like, what's going on? And she's literally watching Talking Cowboys. 'Cause She didn't catch it earlier.
Fire.
And she's laughing at the intro because at the beginning, I'm going like this behind Mr. Rodriguez and he's going like this. She's dying laughing. She's like, what's wrong with you guys?
And I hit a little.
So I have to go back and make a gif now of Josh doing this, right? All you got to do is go back and forth.
Sexy.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
Wait for Talking After Dark.
Oh.
Yeah, once we get behind that paywall,
Oh, my
things
goodness.
happen.
Yeah, bro.
Never know.
No, we have so much fun
What
here.
happened while talking?
I also love that, like, all of our family members are kind of involved with all the stupidity that we have on this show.
Oh, it's great.
Like, my wife will text me and she'll be like, "Stop it! Don't make another KY joke."
Well,
ever."
please.
I beg of you.
Yeah, I was between your wife, Mama Yo.
Yeah, Mama Yo's always watching.
I'm always getting,
Yeah.
my wife chimes in with just a ton of laughing face emojis, often because of this guy.
Yeah,
Hey.
he's a problem.
The entire town of Little Elm watches for Josh Rodriguez.
Absolutely.
That's true.
My hometown, my hood, if you will.
Yeah.
The
The
hood.
mean streets.
The mean streets of
Little Elm.
Of Walker Boulevard.
Upset streets of Walker Boulevard. Slightly.
You know what it is, Ellie. Go Lobos.
Slightly
There you go.
miffed streets of Little Elm.
Go Lobos.
They have never once reached out to me and be like, hey, you're doing well over there. How about you
They got to
do something for us?
Them.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I love Little Elm.
They were 0 for 10 in football this year. Like they were 0 and 10.
Yikes.
It was a rough year for Lobos.
All right, well, don't reach out to me. Unless you're the media tech department. Shouts to them.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a booster. What do you? What,
Yeah, you got to start like
yeah.
paying.
What are you doing?
We got to build an indoor. We got to do all
NIL.
sorts
Gosh.
of stuff.
Like,
I've always wanted to be part of like a country club or like one of those, what is it called? The secret societies.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Skull and Bones. So
Yeah.
if Little Elm has one of those,
I'm sure they do.
I'm in.
Just a talent.
You're a
Is it
booster.
Talent gap?
So you need to kick in
a little bit.
for the
Still there,
NIL.
buddy.
They're really good at other
Open up
sports.
that transfer portal from Duncanville. Like,
Let's start getting players
let's
over
just
here. We got to
make
get
it
some
happen.
talent.
I mean, the crown achievement is Cole Beasley, and I want to change that. I want to change that.
Joe Looney's a coach there now.
Oh, okay. Shouts
shouts
to
out to Joe
Where?
Looney.
At
We
Little
love
Elm.
us some Joe Looney.
Yeah.
After
love
you
Joe
just
Looney.
called them 0 and 10.
Sorry, Joe. It's true. I mean, the record's the record. I don't
record's
say
the-
anything about it.
the record-
0 and 10.
Still love us some.
You are who your record says you are.
Bam.
Still love us
There
some
it
Joe
is.
Looney.
The Cowboys are 5-5-1. Let's talk about little news and notes. Jerry Jones just got off of 105 through the fan.
Did He did just get off 105.3 The Fan.
Tommy will have a story for you
Took us
shortly.
5 minutes to talk football.
Oh, no.
However, will they survive? All right, Jerry Jones has talked about several things on 105.3 The Fan. First, let's tap in with the injury report. Keeping in mind, the Cowboys, as we all know, are on an exceptionally short week. Okay, so don't expect full-blown practices going on here. I say that to say yesterday was a walkthrough. Okay, today might be a jog through, right? With a soft J. The headliner for those who may not be available against the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving is Tyler Guyton. He left the eventual victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. That felt good to say. The eventual victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah.
I like those words.
I didn't like those words. With an ankle injury. He did not return. It's not looking good for Tyler Guyton. When we talked to Brian Schottenheimer on yesterday in conjunction with what Jerry Jones told 105.3 The Fan this morning, it's a bleak outlook as far as him being able to turn around and play 4 days after suffering an ankle injury, in which case he's having a difficult time not limping on. So as we have this conversation, I will go ahead and put a strike through on Tyler Guyton, and I would pencil in Nate Thomas as the starting left tackle. Yeah. So that's the not great news. The other news is, pretty good. Kalen Carson, I know a lot of fans were concerned about Kalen Carson. Turns out he was just battling dehydration. That's why he was in and out of the game. So they said,
so not like an actual
injury. He was just battling dehydration. So when they felt they had it under control, they sent him back in, but then he started cramping again, so he had to exit again. So it was a weird.
He seemed really upset off the field whenever he was coming off, and he threw his helmet.
Which makes sense when you keep cramping up and you're just like,
totally
what the hell is
understandable.
going on?
Totally understandable.
And
I just
it is
thought
a
it was something worse.
real injury. I'm just saying.
No,
not
it's
a
not
physical,
something that would
lingering
right.
thing.
It's just
what I'm kind of meant.
It's kind of a fluke thing, and anyone who's played any kind of athletics understands that sometimes you cramp up for some reason. And Isaiah, don't be coy.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Kalen Carson, if I need to get you one of these.
It's weird because at this level,
at this time of the year.
But I would also say,
well, he hasn't played a ton.
I don't care.
He's been off the field.
It's your job to stay hydrated.
Hey, do you guys remember? This might have been like 3-4 years ago, give or take. The Cowboys had like this rash of cramping that would happen with the players.
What time of the year?
It was around. Actually,
Summer.
It was midpoint, maybe slightly before midpoint.
Summer makes sense, okay?
But they were losing.
So this is the thing. For people that are out there and wondering why my face looks like this, hydration.
I think they always want.
Hydration is a part of your maintenance, right? As a professional athlete, it's more difficult in the summertime because of the amount of weight and water that you're expelling during practice, during a game on any given day because of how hot it is. So anytime in summertime to transition first part of the year, that first month really of the year, you're losing 10 to, depending on your position, anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds of water weight.
Yeah.
So cramping is almost
part of it.
It's a part of it, right? You hope that you don't. You hydrate as much as you can, but I don't know how many times you guys have poured out 15 pounds of water, but it's a lot, right? So your body will get dehydrated. This time of the year, playing indoor, there's really no excuse for it. Is what I'm saying, right? That's a preventable measure.
Oh, it's most certainly preventable.
And so that's why I give that look. Like, how can you come into that game dehydrated?
It is most certainly preventable.
And even before games, there's a line of guys that get IVs before the game. Like, so there's many checkpoints that could have been prevented in terms of him, missing time in the game.
To Kyle's point, though, he's ramping up for the first time basically this season over the last 3 weeks, and maybe this just was part of the getting back into the rhythm of things.
Possibly.
Totally understandable, but of course you'd expect him to be hydrated, but it's just one of those things, and probably why you saw some of the frustration on his face coming off the field.
Because it's preventable. I
shouldn't be dealing with this right now.
All of those
I need to be
things
in
are
the
true,
game.
and the good news is that he's learned the lesson.
It's not an injury.
Yeah, he's not an injury.
That's the good news.
He's learned the lesson.
I'm thankful for that.
He will be on the field against
Pickle
the Kansas
juice.
City Chiefs.
Everybody
and
says
if
some
that means
juice.
he needs to have a jar of pickle juice on the sideline, so be it. Another round of good news, George Pickens. We know that he was dealing with what's now be described as a contusion, a leg contusion. Brian Schottenheimer said yesterday that it's more so just soreness that's being worked through. He basically expects that George Pickens will be on the field.
It's a good thing he has time to recover, right?
No.
No. Not at all.
Because player safety and and the like, right?
then the
Tradition, Patrick.
But then we'll go straight into the mini buy after that, right?
No.
Yeah, 3-12. I mean,
Yeah.
not talking about a record.
Yeah, player safety. So George Pickens, he's dealing with some soreness. As is also Diggy. Now, I will say, based on how the answers from Shoddy and Jerry Jones were qualified, it sounds as if the only one that they have a real concern with is Tyler Guyton. So also Diggy did not participate with an elbow injury, but sounds like he'll be fine. They're just going to be cautious with him over this very short period of time. Same for George Pickens, soreness with the knee calf, should be fine. Cavante Turpin missed practice with the walkthrough, I should say, with a shoulder issue, also an illness, should be fine. And everyone else either participated in a limited capacity or in a full-blown capacity. So, again, draw a circle around Tyler Guyton. He's the one that likely will not play. Everyone else looks like they'll be in. Probably won't practice this week for guys like George Pickens, Cavante Turpin, just to make sure that they are as good to go. But trust me, when that ball gets kicked off, you're going to see George Pickens on that field.
And going off of player safety real quick, just to clarify, there was no actual practice, full-fledged practice yesterday. It was a walkthrough.
Correct.
And that is an estimated, if there was a practice yesterday, these guys would be inactive or did not practice.
Yeah, and speaking of George Pickens,
What about him?
Jerry Jones said something else about him.
Oh.
No, he was asked, of course, because, it's George Pickens.
And he should be asked?
He should be asked. Jerry Jones was asked, is there a version of the multiverse in which he does not envision or see George Pickens in a Cowboys uniform after 2025? And I quote, "No, I do not. We've got 2 number 1 receivers, and that's just exceptional at a time when our quarterback is at the best he's ever been," end quote. Jerry Jones.
Tell him, Jerry.
Neither Jerry, nor Shoddy, nor Dak, nor CD, nor anyone you speak with is being coy Isaiah when it comes to George Pickens. Okay, they are all.
Yeah, that guy stinks.
Yeah, no, they are absolutely.
I'm glad
the
they're not that guy.
Can't stand Coy Isaiah.
Ah, Coy Isaiah is the worst.
It's not the double.
I don't like that Coy Isaiah.
I don't like that Coy Isaiah. But all these guys, including upwards to the ownership, they are standing on the front porch, center stage, to let George Pickens know. Hey,
There's one way to let him know.
facts.
There's one.
Now, Jerry Jones was also asked,
Invite him over for dinner?
given how the market is, and given how
do you do
George
it?
Pickens is
Giving.
I like that. Given how the market is and given how George Pickens is playing, would he be, Jerry, comfortable with a situation in which possibly George Pickens earns more than CeeDee Lamb? I will say he deflected that one. He got that thing right on out of there. So basically, Jerry Jones said, "Let's just pump the brakes on that kind of stuff. Let's just see how everything."
One dog, I'm in around there.
Yeah, he was like, "Hold your horses, my man." So that's where we are right now with news and notes.
All I can think about was David Chappelle in a racial draft. Now, wait, one dog, I'm in around there.
Kind of going along the same lines there.
Too far.
We had Stephen Jones on pregame live this week, as we normally do.
we did.
And I asked him the question. I was like, we were just finishing talking about George Pickens. So it was a natural transition to ask about George Pickens and the future that he has. He was kind of a little less upfront about it than Jerry was, but I thought, and you can go back and listen to it. It's posted on YouTube. It's posted on DallasCowboys.com. So,
Sorry.
What is going on?
Sorry. I'm looking at the analytics, man.
there are some analytics.
Still
man. I'm sorry.
But there we go. So it's up on YouTube, up on DallasCowboys.com, and you can go look at it whenever you want. But the interview's about midway through the show, and asked him, has there been talks? And he was like, yeah, pretty much. Like, there's been talks, not between Pickett's and the representatives, but within the front office is the question that I
But not non-committal. Like,
he wasn't non-committal, but he was just kind of less upfront about it.
It was Coy
Everything
Stephen.
He said the
is
same
non-committal until it's done.
It was Coy Stephen.
Everything, like, that's where people need to understand. Like, you could pat him on his back, you can give him a high five, you can give him a Jason Garrett slap on the cheeks. At the end of the day, it's always going to be non-committal until he gets the bag.
saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
It is.
Man buns.
That's how you show guys nowadays. Nowadays, guys just
They want their cash.
they want their bread.
Which
That's the
I
only way
get.
that you could promise me, you can send me a doggone letter, put it in my locker, and not until I get that bread.
I agree. Pay the man.
Pay the man. All right. Let's take our first break so that way we have plenty of time here for what's coming up on the next side of the segment. It's a little bit of some QB vision. More to come with Talkin' Cowboys right after this.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
I'm home.
Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you...
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impact 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talkin Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company from the Star in Frisco, Texas. Of course, you can wear your Cowboys gear to a Black Rifle Coffee location and get 10% off your entire order.
You wear something like this?
Yeah. That's a sweet shirt, by the way.
Thank you. You can wear that hat?
You can wear that hat.
You can wear this hat.
You can wear that pullover?
I can wear the. You can wear the quarter zip.
Isaiah, you can. Oh.
What is it?
Isaiah.
Yeah, I don't have any. I have the draws on.
Oh, okay. You want to show the camera?
No.
You gotta go to,
that's the paywall.
You gotta go to I Am Stanback for that one.
Hey, yo.
On all platforms.
But you know what is free on this platform?
What's that, Kyle?
What's that, Kyle?
What we do give out is knowledge.
What you know?
That's why I shave my head. I need the knowledge to go right in.
Yeah.
No buffer.
That's right.
You know?
Right through the follicles, buddy.
Right through.
Right through that.
It's time for a little bit of some.
Wide 80. Wide 80.
It's time for QB Vision with Isaiah Stanback.
All right, guys, here we go. Week 13. That sounds crazy to say. Yeah.
Well, it's Thanksgiving.
It is giving of thanks. I'm sure Mr. Pickens would love them to be thankfully giving.
Turkey Day on the way.
How about we hand out some L's? Starting off with the Kansas City Chiefs, though, okay? KC's coming to the town, coming to get that work. Let's talk about their defense, okay? Where do I see them being most dangerous? What do they do the best?
That's a great question.
Opinion? Well, first of all, they have somebody that I have the utmost respect for as their defensive coordinator, and Steve Spagnuolo. Yes. He is amazing.
He's pretty good, huh?
He's amazing.
Mickey Spagnuolo?
No. They're probably related, though.
It's different spelling.
I know. It's okay. It's all the same. Yeah. It's like William and Williams. They're all the same.
Mickey went into witness protection.
We're all related, Kyle. Go back in the history books.
Switch one.
They just switched a couple of.
Yeah, he's really good. I have the utmost respect for him. I can tell you one thing about him. So we call him Spags, okay? Nobody says it. Spags is somebody who wants to put you in a situation to get you in third and long. That is like literally the blueprint for Spags. He wants.
But that's not a good thing for the offense, is it?
No, it's not. I'm just telling you what he wants to do. Okay, this is when Kansas City's most dangerous. Kansas City is most dangerous when they get you in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7+, right? That's when they send the dogs after you. Spags wants to light you up. He has a whole green book full of blitzes, and he wants to get after you. That's what he wants to do. They take away the run. That's what they do well. They make it very difficult for you to run the ball. And there's a dude in the middle of their defense that makes that a little bit difficult.
Is that number 95?
Yeah, he 95. Yeah, Christopher Jones. Yeah, big 95. He's a problem when he wants to be.
I was going to say he takes plays off.
He takes plays off. You turn the film on, you can't help but notice the fact that he is somebody. If he doesn't want to be blocked, you can't block him. Not too many guys you can say that about in this league. There was Aaron Donald years ago, but he didn't take plays off. Chris Jones is like that, different body type, different build, different techniques for sure. But difference is he takes plays off. He doesn't go 100% all the time. You can frustrate him, you can fluster him to the point where he just literally is just checking the box. You like to get him to that point. But I say all that to say that you have to find some way to get some movement at the line of scrimmage. These guys do a good job up front of clogging things up, okay, in terms of their interior linemen consuming your 3 interior linemen and the things that we've been talking about by our linebackers the last few weeks, which is playing downhill. They do that. These guys fly to the ball downhill. Now, how does that help you? If you can have some form of a consistent running game, some form of, I'm talking about 3 yards in a cloud of dust here and there, no negative plays, obviously, you can then get to your play action game, right? Dak does a really good job of play action. They don't do a great job against play action quarterbacks. There is plenty of space behind their second level defenders because they're so aggressive in the run defense.
Yeah.
They want to play downhill. They play fast. This is a fast defense. Let me say that across the board. This is a defense that is freaking cojones to the wall. They're going down here. They're trying to hit you, right? And they want to stop you at the line of scrimmage so that they can blitz. If you can get their respect and demand their respect for what you're rushing attack, you then can kill them in a passing game off of play action. You can literally destroy them. But you have to get to that point, which means that you have to gain that respect. In terms of their secondary, things that let me go work down the line. Chris Jones, 95, somebody I have high regard for. George Karlaftis is somebody I used to rant and rave about. He's taken not one step back this year. He's taken 2 steps back, in my opinion, when you turn on the film. He's not the guy he used to be.
Wow.
He used to be in the category of like not Max Crosby in terms of his productivity, but
he was like a second-tier edge rusher in the NFL.
Yes, but in terms of like just relentless effort and just an absolute madman, that used to be him. I'm not seeing it on film this year. I want to be his fan. I want to cheer for him. Not this week, but I'm not seeing it.
What are you seeing differently from his performance last year versus this year?
I think his leverage. And his effort. His will doesn't seem to be there as much. His will to win those matchups.
Like those ones.
Yeah. So between him and Chris Jones, those are 2 guys that used to make their defense pretty doggone dominant. And there's a reason why these guys don't have the record that they used to have, because these guys aren't as impactful. Now, at the second level, they got some guys at the second level, okay? Drew Tranquill, I like him. I like the way he plays. 23, he plays downhill. Whenever they want to get pressure, on third down, you're going to get pressure. Just lay that out there right now. Okay, third down, I don't care if
they're bringing it.
They're bringing it. It could be 3rd and 16.
It's Spagnuolo.
It's Spag. You're getting pressure on third down. So all the fans out there, antennas up on third down. They're bringing somebody, okay? And usually it's 5 guys. They're going to bring at least 5. Okay, and it'll guys will be walked up, they'll drop out. You never know where it's coming from. They do a really good job of disguising where they're bringing pressure at. Their safeties don't move until the last second. They do inversion, they do match, they do a lot of cool stuff that you don't see from most teams because they don't have the discipline. These guys have the discipline. These guys have the understanding, and they play fast. So at the second level, Drew Tranquill, somebody I really like. Nick Bolton, he's not what he used to be either. I think he's a good player, but he's not as dominant as he used to be. So those are 2 guys that Bolton I used to cheer for. He's not that man no more. In the secondary, okay, Trent McDuffie. I have no choice but to cheer for him. He's a really good player.
He's a UW guy.
He's a UW guy, but he's also a UW guy who's damn good. He's damn good. He's the one cover guy that I'm like, okay, put some respect on it. Yeah, put some respect on it. They like to play 2 high safeties predominantly, but they really, like I said, they do a great job of disguising. It is late. Sometimes it's after the snap that they're moving their safeties. But what they're playing isn't always that disguised. It's not that tricky. If they're playing man-to-man, their corners are looking head up. If they're playing man-to-man and they're bringing cornerback blitz or nickel back blitz with Roland Wallace, then number 30, I know, right? He'll be looking up, and right before the snap, you'll see his head turn. Right, a lot of times you'll see DBs with their eyes, and there's really the quarterbacks are dependent on the receivers to communicate that, hey, his eyes have now shifted to you instead of me, right? So a lot of times you'll see receivers line up in a slot, and if somebody's walked out over the top of them, one of the main indicators is a safety kind of being 12 yards off over the top of that guy so that he can roll down. They do a good job of sitting that safety inside so it's not as noticeable. But if that guy starts looking in, you need your receivers to communicate to Dak, hey, head up. You know, we have a nickelback blitz coming here. Clean that one up.
Kind of.
Jalen Watson, number 35, Tostitos Plaza. Tostitos Plaza. If he walks up on you, throw the ball up.
For those that may not listen every single day, what is the Tostitos Championship Plaza?
Tostitos Championship Plaza is right out here, okay, at the Star. But we also
out yonder.
Yeah, but Tostitos is also a Ebonics term for getting roasted, getting toasted.
But I will argue Isaiah Stanback. According to Pro Football Focus, he's ranked number 6 overall in cornerbacks.
Trash.
Ooh. Whoa.
You said it.
Throw it up.
He said it.
Throw it up. Dak, if you see 35 walked up on any of your receivers,
throw it up on an empty.
Throw it up, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So, like,
he's not a very physical cornerback.
No, and he's not the fastest dude in the world either, right? So he gets beat. So even if they're disguising their coverages, they like to play match, okay? So I'm done talking about the individuals, okay? There's not much else.
Can I ask a question about an individual in a moment?
Yes, one more.
Go for it.
Their safety, 27, Shamari Connor. I like him too.
Oh, okay.
If they want to bring pressure, it's going to be 23 or 27. Those are their blitz guys. So if you're at the line of scrimmage and you're in a situation that they need to force you into a fourth down or they need to force you into a long third down potentially on second, find 23 or find 27. If you find those guys, most likely that's probably where the pressure is coming. Those are their hunters on their defense.
I feel like you could argue the same for Dallas's defense and number 27, Reddy Stewart. I mean, it's like this as soon as he gets with the line, it's like, oh, this is a cool
it's going to be.
But Reddy's been playing at the linebacker level. They've been playing Reddy like a linebacker.
I like Reddy. I really do.
I really like what they're doing with that. They've been playing a 5-1 with Reddy walk down as a linebacker.
Two things here. First off, that's kind of been Spag's whole thing is that weird secondary blitz and where they're going to bring it from. And they always seem to have one or two guys that they can rely on to do that. I mean, you think back just a couple years back, whenever they were winning the Super Bowls, it was different guys popping up, and then it was the Honey Badger in the backfield that was doing a couple different things like that. But they kind of rotate through those guys. It's not just one guy. It's more so the system where those guys are placed that allow them to be successful.
They make it harder to diagnose.
Exactly. And so that's something that Dak's going to have to do. The second thing about it is I can't get past. Of course, these two teams don't play a lot. They play every 4 years, every 8 years at home. And so when they play each other, the games stick out in my head. And so I can't get the way that Chris Jones dominated the game against Dak Prescott and company last time out of my head. Had 3.5 sacks back in 2021. It was a 19-9 final score, just a sloppy game at Arrowhead. If you think back to it, Dallas was 7-2 going into that game. They had all sorts of Super Bowl talk and all the different championship caliber players, and they felt like they had what it took to take on a team that had just come off of a Super Bowl Super Bowl appearance. But instead, they got beat pretty handily and kept in check, mostly because of Chris Jones. Yeah. Remember, he's got a personal connection with Dak Prescott. They were teammates at Mississippi State and were in the same draft class together as well. So you talked about how they've taken a step back. Karlaftis has never played the Cowboys. Chris Jones, only his second chance as a starter to play a Cowboys. Are they two guys that, even though they haven't played the best this season, that you still have to circle because they've got a little bit of a vendetta there against Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, they have
for different reasons.
Yeah, guys could turn it up or turn it down. Obviously, I'm not sure that George Karlaftis is in a position to turn it up or turn it down. I feel as if his overall well-being physically isn't what it used to be. You know, I don't think he has the capability to play the way he used to. I don't think that's a decision, on and off type of decision. He doesn't have that character.
It's a limitation.
From what I understand, I think it's physical limitation. In terms of Chris Jones, he is a lights on, lights off type of guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So he can literally, Cooper Beebe has to really sure himself up because he got his butt kicked by Jalen Carter this past week. Chris Jones is watching that film. Let's just call it what it is. And Chris Jones he lines up as a 1 technique, but I'm talking about a 1 technique that's almost a 0. Like he is face mask to face mask with the center. So Cooper Beebe, you got to buckle up, buddy. Buckle up. One thing I wanted to say about their coverage real quick before we pass off to the next section here. This is a team that you have to be okay taking the 5-yard pass.
Jake Ferguson?
Hi, Jake.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, Jake from State Farm, bro. You
Take what they give you, maybe?
You have to be able to get him
not
the
a
ball.
sponsor.
Not a sponsor. We don't have any insurance sponsors. You have to be able to. We do? Who?
There's a lot of. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, I don't get none of that money, so we need to get.
So keep
going. Contract life. So get the ball underneath and be okay getting the ball underneath. This is a team that you can frustrate Chris Jones. You can frustrate Bolton and all these other guys by just chipping your way down the field. What does that cause Spags to do? Spags does not like that. He wants to get pressure. Right. He wants to blitz. He wants to hit you in the face. They get high off of that. They're going to give up some plays. Okay, you find 35. I'm not saying to not throw it towards Trent McDuffie, but just understand that you're putting the ball at risk. He's that guy, right? So you take your shots when necessary against him, but you can win over the top on these guys, but it has to be in a play action game, and it has to be when they go single high. When they go single high, make them pay. They want to be too high. And even when their safety's down near the box, they'll roll out and they'll go to a cover 2. A lot of times they're matching, okay, which means that they're playing 2-man. The outside guys are going to go sit on the inside shoulder of your outside receivers, and these guys are going to kind of be in a trail technique, which means that they're kind of funneling your receivers towards the safeties, right? They're kind of going high-low on them, right? They're kind of trying to squeeze them in like an ice cream sandwich. When they're playing single high safety, even if they're playing cover 3, okay, which means your outside corners have the 3rd, they're going to match your inside receiver. That means that the inside receiver is going to have somebody playing him man coverage. So even their zone defenses still have guys playing man technique. So you have to be able to win in contested catches. And when they play single high, their linebackers get depth. I'm talking about 10 yards, 12 yards deep. Take the underneath. You go back and watch the Denver game. R.J. Harvey had a number of plays where he literally just came out the backfield, just dumped it to him, caught it, get some yak yardage. And they just couldn't do anything about it. You could see them looking at each other like, I'm doing my responsibility in this coverage. What the heck am I supposed to do? And Denver's like, thank you. We'll take this all. This is what you're going to give us? We'll take it. I'll throw it 3 yards and let them run for 8. You have to be okay doing that.
I'll tell you. I'll say it after the break, but I have a particular stat that's in my head. I feel like if the Cowboys achieve this particular stat, they win this game.
No C's stat of the week when we come back with more Talking Cowboys right after this. If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talkin Cowboys, this segment is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys, with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez.
Hi.
Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Time now quickly for Patrick's stat of the week.
Yeah, to borrow from the greatness of the KY stat of the week, just something popped in my head, not just in when I turned the page to the Chiefs, but in hearing the magnificence of QB Vision Air 5 from my guy. I absolutely killed QB Vision as he always does. This game is going to come down to one simple thing for me. Looking at the fact that the Chiefs escaped that win against the Colts because they shut down Jonathan Taylor to the point of having 9 run stuffs on 16 of his rushing attempts. That's how they were able to keep the game mostly one-dimensional. Spagnuolo was able to pin his ears back more often than not. If Javonte Williams plus sprinkling some Malik Davis, if the Cowboys can rush for at least 85 meaningful yards, meaningful, not garbage time yards when you're down 14 points and the game's out of no.
You're saying early and often?
Early and often. If the Cowboys can rush for a combined 85 yards, maybe sprinkling a touchdown, that's cool, but 85 yards wins you this game on the ground.
Well,
then it allows you to – Chris Jones, for example. Chris Jones, he is dynamic when he is locked in. Yeah. When he starts getting frustrated, he starts checking out.
Yeah, exactly.
So – make him check out by being effective on the ground. 85 yards on the ground, and I think the Cowboys get away with a win.
They're 3-2. So at least for me, in terms of the run defense, they are ranked 8th overall in run defense. They are averaging about 97.6 yards per game. I think 85. I'm okay with that. Meaningful early in the game, that would be clutch. But one of the telltale signs for me, they're ranked 11th overall in pass defense, but over the last 3 weeks, they've given up 240 plus yards in each of those games.
Yeah. But
I'm saying that, like, if you're leaning on, like we're talking about, you want to get the run involved early and often.
You have to
set it up, and I think Dak Prescott going up against Steve Spagnuolo, and Kyle has the stat right now going up against Steve Spagnuolo. How has Dak Prescott favored in the past?
He's 3-2. He lost those 2 games when he was the defensive coordinator in New York with the Giants as a rookie. So the 2 games that he lost there were both as a rookie. Or no, he's 2-3. Excuse me. So he lost those 2. He won in 2017, 2 games against the Giants. So 2016, 2 losses, 2017, 2 losses, and then the one in 21, whereas is the only time that Spagnuolo has been on the Kansas City staff playing against Dak Prescott. So 2-3 against Spagnuolo.
I think with Dak on a heater here after throwing 300-plus yards in this last game, I think, of course, you want to set up the run, but I expect Dak to have a big game. I really do, and I hope George Pickens is ready for it, and of course CeeDee Lamb as well.
I'm looking at it right here. First 2, just going by the losses for the Kansas City Chiefs. First loss was against the Chargers, and the Chargers had a combined, I want to say, 89 rushing yards. They lost to the Eagles in a close one. Eagles won by 3, but Saquon had 88 yards, averaged 4 yards per carry. Let's see. Let's going back through. Their next loss was against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Was that 90? So they broke the 100-yard mark. The Jacksonville Jaguars did on the ground, and Buffalo Bills, they lost to the Bills by a touchdown. James Cook, 114. Again, so you're seeing a trend here. If you can get at least 85, preferably 100, you always want to get a 100-yard game on the ground. But if you can get, I don't want to make the bold prediction and say Javonte Williams is going to go out there against this defense and run for 125. But if you get 85 meaningful yards, you do it early, you do it often, you do it with a chunk play here or there, make them respect that.
Feel pretty good.
Then you can expose everyone in the secondary whose last name is not McDuffie.
I am okay with us not getting 85 as long as we run at least 8 screens.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So understand this.
Because those count.
Yeah, so like I treat screens, and most teams do, as run plays. Yeah. So if I can get the ball out to a quick swing screen out to Javonte Williams, right, or Malik Davis, or whoever it is, right?
Yeah, it's not going to count as
receivers, please. Receivers be receivers. Don't
not running backs.
Not running backs. But
not running backs.
Those are quick hitters that get us outside of the box where they're most dominant, and you get out on the edge, and now you're just asking your receivers to block, right? and you're stealing 5 yards. What is 5 yards to you? It's a run play.
Yeah.
It's a highly accurate run play that gets you out of their strongest point and gets you out to their weakest point, which is out on the edges. Mm-hmm. I truly think if you run 8 to 10 screen plays against this team and you have success with it, now there's always going to be 1 or 2 that might get stuffed, right?
Yeah.
But I'm taking the over, especially with now Jonathan Mingo back, right? His ability to be out there on the edge. I'm taking the over with our ability to be able to have a consistent screen game that acts as our run game. Now, I'm not saying that you completely abandon the run, but what I'm saying is if there's a freaking brick wall, let's just understand that it's a brick wall. Do we try to find a weak spot in the brick wall? Of course, but ultimately, it's still a freaking brick wall, right? So you take what you can get, right? If there's a wall here and it's soft over there, I'm going to the drywall. I'm not going to keep hitting the doggone brick wall. Let's go to the drywall, right? That's softer.
Kool-Aid.
Exactly. Huh?
Unless you're Kool-Aid. Shouts out to the Cowboys social team.
That was funny.
Was sensation.
That was good. If you haven't checked it out yet, Dak is Kool-Aid, man. Running through a brick wall of the Philadelphia Eagles. We've got to get some calls. It is a Talkin Tuesday. 888-855-2297. Give us a call.
Call me now. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm off.
Isaiah Stanback.
Sorry.
Wake up.
We're
in a
short week, buddy. I'm trying to cram all this information in my head.
Unbelievable.
You fumbling the bag.
Give us a call, 888-855-2297.
Call me now.
Let's go to Dano in Florida, our first caller here on Talkin Tuesday. Hey, Dano, you got us?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Anytime you beat the Pigeons, it's a great week.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it is. That's the Thanksgiving.
I got a couple observations more than anything else. First of all, at the draft last year when they drafted Tyler Booker, number 1, I was like, okay, that's to take on the beast in the East, those D tackles with the Giants and the Eagles. And I'm going to tell you something. I've watched the game twice already, and he totally destroyed Jalen Carter. He did. He took him to the woodshed. He really was something. It was impressive to see what he did. I thought. The other thing is Ferguson. I know early in the year everybody was talking about he caught 13 balls in a game or whatever the case was, but he'd catch a 3-yard out and we gained 4 yards on it. This was the first game I thought where he played with violence, a real level of violence, and it was fun to watch. I just thought it was great. The other thing in terms of the defense, boy, Williams, what a difference up front he's making.
Yeah.
The linebackers are playing better. Obershon he's just a beast. I like Lloyd's addition. And I'm a big believer that Murray should not really be on the field that much. The person that should be on the field is the kid from Florida. I just think he brings more to the table. I just want to go back to the tragedy of a few weeks ago. I went through a very similar situation in college. We were playing in the semifinals of a national championship game the week after Thanksgiving. We had to be back the Friday after Thanksgiving, and you walk into the quad at 2:00, and there's a bunch of people sitting around crying and wailing like there was no tomorrow, and you find out that the captain of the basketball team had been killed in a car accident down in Monticello. And, we were kids, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids. And we just didn't handle that well. It was really hard. They didn't bring in therapists or anything. That wasn't a thing back then. But I just wanted to throw that out here because I thought the Cowboys have handled it just so well. They deserve all the credit in the world for the way they handled it, the way that the team came around, the way the front office handled it. So I just want to throw that out to you folks. Hey, you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk soon.
Same.
Thanks, Dano. Appreciate the call.
Especially that final part.
Yeah, it was good. And I completely agree. I think you got to give a lot of credit to the resources that this staff and that this front office have given the players over the last 3 weeks now since it certainly happened with Marshawn Kneeland, and it's never going to go away. And I think we've seen that over the last 2 weeks. It's still very much so a topic of conversation and a point of motivation and a point of sadness for a lot of these guys. I mean, they're missing their brother during the last 2 games when they're winning. They should have him right there with them, and to a certain extent, he is right there with them, but just not physically.
And that's what to play relentless football.
Yep.
Forward to honor him, and here we are 2 games in, and
done that.
We're seeing it. They had a stumble, obviously several, to start against the Eagles, but boy, they looked over at that jersey, they looked over at that flag that Osa brought them to the field at 94, and they're doing it for 94. So rest well, brother. They're playing their hearts out for you.
The other points that Dano made, there's a lot of them there. Anyone that stuck out to you specifically that you want to keep on talking about here?
No, I thought he had great points. I mean, I love what he said about Quinn Williams. Of course, he's a difference maker, a game
changer.
changer.
The Shamar James over Kenneth
Murray. That is a little too early for me because I like what Kenneth Murray's doing now that he has a little more help up front.
Some guys around him.
I mean, he recovered a fumble for you. He's a good heads-up player.
PBU the week prior.
Pass breakup the week earlier. I think he's a solid veteran to have in the lineup currently, and I think he's only helping your other guys. He's helping Demo. He's helping basically clean up a lot of things for you that it might not be bouncing off of the tape or not be spotlighting off the tape, but to me, I think it's good to have the veteran presence out there, and I think Shamar James is learning from a guy like that.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a quick call?
We have one more. Hey. Mike in New York, you're on the line. What up, Mike?
What's going on, guys? I wanted to give first, obviously, Cowboys on Sunday. That was fight. That was resilience and fight. Like down 21 points. That's just like everybody's like, oh, they're not going to come back. I'm like, the Cowboys are going to make adjustments at halftime, and I give it to our defense because they really shut out a team like that in the second half, and then offense picked it up and stuff. And Pickens was phenomenal. CD, I think he'll have a bounce back game. He just had one of them games. He had an off day. It happens, unfortunately. It's like, we pick on 88. I'm like, well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to have an off day. It happens. It's going to, one player plays good and the other doesn't. So it's just one of those things that's going to happen. Wish you guys happy holidays as well. So have a good one.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Buddy. I think one of the things he said there is they made adjustments at halftime, but Isaiah, I'll give you credit on the postgame show. You were saying they made adjustments before halftime. Getting the score to Pickens right before the break was big, but also the defense, the way that they were playing at the end of the second quarter was kind of indicative of what we would see as time went on.
Yeah, they made their adjustments, and that's why scoring before the half was so important because it wasn't much that they were doing necessarily incorrectly, at least offensively. It was just that they were just making too many doggone mistakes, right? So they weren't being stopped. They were being self-inflicted wounds. I know that's always a very argumentative point there when you're facing an opponent that's kicking your butt, but they figured it out. They stopped the bleeding, and they progressed forward. Defensively, they started making adjustments in terms of stop playing off so doggone much. Mm-hmm. That was the thing that was killing them. They were playing off coverage. It's killed them all year long. I'm hoping that changes. I know that Eberflus sees it. I just think that he's more so in the mindset of bend but don't break type of defense at this point in time. Mm-hmm. And I think you've seen that minimized, but when teams are getting the big plays now, it's because it's just an amazing play. Yeah. It's not so because it was busted coverage. So I think he's okay with that. I'm not okay with teams being able to go throw the ball and get 7 yards a pop. That's what I'm not okay with.
I think it was fantastic points that he made. First and foremost, I can't stress enough exactly how freaking fun that was to witness. And I will point it out until the end of time because that just doesn't expire. You got took 21-0. You still got took. But that being said, I love what you guys are saying, and I love what he said. In fact, the matter is the Cowboys did have halftime adjustments that went out and clamped them on defense and still took a little bit for the offense to get going. They did get the George Pickens touchdown right before halftime. Mm-hmm. But I will say, going against the Chiefs, when your defense is playing as well as this defense started playing in the second half against the Eagles, and you see punt, and your offense goes out and, punt, turnover, like that can't happen. So finally they were able to get things going, but I like that this defense is showing me it can give you chances and get the ball back into the hands of Dak Prescott and the offense. Now, going against the Kansas City Chiefs, when your defense does that, you better score the damn football.
Yes, you do.
And you cannot, and I repeat, I know we'll talk about it tomorrow, you can't play off versus these guys.
Yeah, no.
Like, this is not the offense to be playing 8 yards off. I'm like, you
get up there.
They will.
But they're fast, Isaiah.
They will run a 20-play drive and be okay with it. Like,
And there's
Andy Reid is perfectly fine. Like, that's what you want to give us? Fine, we'll take it.
There's a stat in lab coat tomorrow about the offense and that passing attack that goes to Isaiah's point. But you got to tune in tomorrow.
We've got lab coat. We've got Get Your Popcorn Ready. We've got Pick'ems tomorrow. There's a lot going on in tomorrow's show. Isaiah's going to wake up a little bit better tomorrow.
I'm cramming, okay?
It's going to be okay.
Cram week.
It is
3
cram
whiffs.
week.
Cram your
We're going to be okay.
3 whiffs.
Strike 3, you're
Get
out.
the bat off your shoulder, Isaiah. Take a swing.
For Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, who did a great job on QB Vision today.
Oh, that was fun.
I will say he didn't whiff on that.
He's going to leave you hanging.
He is going to whiff on that. He almost whiffed on it there.
4.
For Chris in the back, Kyle Youmans, we'll see you tomorrow with more Talkin Cowboys. Thanks for watching.
I only have 270 degrees.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!